Hey!
By the way, Lester, what do you know about the
If you
area?
keep going down that way, you'll come to a farm. The city starts a little way beyond that, but be careful. There's not just wolves and rats hanging around here. There's goblins and bandits too.
I see. Well, thanks for the precaution information. Let's go to the city. I don't think I'll be able to wear this. Nope. 30 strength. Can you still keep up, EXO? Since you're playing along. Not that I'm that far, but first safe, so I don't have to redo the conversations, the killing and whatnot. One less monster around. Good job, Cavalorn. Good job. A bag of gold. You killed the first wolf. Well, if you can manage the beginning from Heights of Power, then you're doing a good job. Because the beginning is the hardest. Are you in trouble?
Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you. You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
To the city.
To the city? Well, well. To the city, eh? You may run into problems with the guards. They aren't letting just anyone in anymore, since the area here is swarming with bandits. In the past few days, one of those former psionics from the Valley of Mines came by here. He said he constantly goes in and out of Corinus. He went into the valley below the big tower. There must be a way
Almost
in there
forgot to go
somewhere
back
near
to
the
Zardes.
waterfall. Maybe you should talk to the fellow.
About the shadow, which Lester talked to me about. That's some interesting armor you're wearing, Cavalorn. Don't you belong to the shadows anymore?
Shadows? They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally leave the Valley of Mines, there was no reason for me to stick with them. Now, I work for the Water Mages. I belong to the Ring of Water.
What are you doing here in particular?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damned bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the Water Mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the Water Mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The water mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the water mages doing this time?
They're up to something big. It has to do with an unknown region of the island.
An unknown region? Where is it supposed to be?
I can't tell you more. Talk to Vatras in Corinus.
But what was that about bandits?
What? Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the riffraff from the penal colony that are making themselves at home here in the area, plundering and murdering for all they're worth. I guess I'm lucky they didn't kill me. I let down my guard for one moment, and they clubbed me from behind. No idea how I'll get all my stuff back now.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes. They beat me down and tossed me to the goblins for lunch. It was damned important stuff. A letter and all my money. I absolutely have to get it back. But without someone to watch my back, I'm not going back there. That cowardly rabble.
Can I help you perhaps with the bandits?
Maybe. But as scrawny as you look, you surely haven't held a proper sword in your hand for weeks. Well, I don't have any choice but to take your offer. My time is running out. So, pay attention. Down this path here, you'll find one of those filthy holes in the ground that bandits like to hide in. The fellows there are the same ones who stole my stuff. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll nab the rabble.
Sure, man, but I need better equipment.
Those swine haven't left me much. I can give you a wolf knife. Will that do for now?
You call that a knife? But what about healing?
I still have 2 healing potions here. Interested?
Sure, give him here.
Well, before I will walk around with Cavalorn to the bandits, I'm gonna warn the bandits, at least one of them, for some bonus XP, which is always good. Let me get that chest and then quickly first go to Zardes. Otherwise I'll be missing a bit of XP. Wolf's knife. It's not a great weapon, but it's better than mine. It's also short ranged, which is even more annoying versus wolves, especially. Let's see if Zardes is home. Of course he is. Hey Zardes.
Hey, you!
Can't tell him about that. Oh, maybe because Lester's not here yet. Oh well, that's good to know. Then I'll come back here later. To the city it is. And let's talk with that bandit, so I can get a bit of more bonus XP. And then after you we'll run away. So first I have to kill the wolf up there. I won't kill him myself after dealing with the bandits in particular. So yeah, let's take care of that. First the wolf, which is going to be a challenge with his short knife. But it's better damage in that regard. It's like 30 damage or something. Yeah, 30 damage. Which is 3 times the power of the heavy branch. Which is a good thing, you know, but it is short range, so it's more likely that I will die. See? Let me get my heavy branch, it's a bit more ranged Bandits and such, you know, I can handle with a short knife, but it's just too short at the moment, especially, you know, in the beginning with the wolves, because their strength, their attack has doubled, their HP has doubled if not tripled, due to the fact of heights of power, and their XP reward has been doubled. If I'm correctly, it could also be it's less than doubled, but I do need to kill it, otherwise the bandit will. Go. Oh, wrong one. Where are the plants up here? There they are. Let's talk with the bandit.
Hey, where do you come from?
I've come from the mountains.
I've come from...
Exactly, you come from the mountains, and that is bad for you. Very bad. They're looking for you. A whole bunch of evil guys. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to. Follow me.
Who exactly is looking for me?
Half of Carinus is after you, and you're trying to tell me that you don't know anything about it? Ah, I see. You just don't want to talk to me about it, All right, it's your business. So, are you coming or not?
Who should I talk to?
To my leader. His name is Brago. He can explain everything to you better than I can. So, what about it? Are we going?
How do I know this is not a trap?
How do I...
You know, I'm getting tired of you. If you don't want my help, then just go to the city and let them put you behind bars. You come with me now or forget about it, see?
Easy, my friend. Somebody else already tried to trick me.
Oh?
This guy suggested that we should get an amulet together and share the profit. Once we reached our goal, he and his friends attacked me.
It sounds as though they got you involved with the wrong people. Where was that?
If you must know, I was a convict in the mining colony.
You come from behind the barrier? Man, then we were there together.
I don't know you.
I was a digger in the old camp. I didn't have much to do with the whole thing. But what is more important now is you are in big trouble. Someone has put a pretty price on your head, and he's handed out a few posters with your mug on them. If I were you, then I would be very, very careful. There are people with us who would kill their own mother for gold. But I think we boys from the penal colony ought to stick together.
Then I guess I better thank you now.
Oh, it's nothing. Just make sure you stay alive.
Who is the fellow who based bounty?
That I don't know. There's only one of us who knows him.
And who would that be?
Hey man, I can't really tell you that. You know how it goes.
10 gold pieces for the name of the guy who raised the bounty.
Oh man, I really can't do that.
Spit it out already.
Oh man, alright. His name is Dexter. Near the big farm there's a steep rock. There's a watchtower up there, and a few mines. He has his hideout somewhere nearby.
See? That wasn't so hard. Here's your gold.
And just don't tell him who told you.
What am I supposed to see, huh? Say, like, a bandit told me. There are plenty of bandits hanging around. Can I have the picture?
Can I...
Sure. After all, it's your mug on there.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
You mean about the area here? If you want to stay alive, stay on the paths. The farther you go into the wilderness, the more dangerous it is.
There's bound to be a lot of trouble here before long.
What's up?
A guy named Cavalorn is coming to get you.
Pats, he's still alive. I'm out of here.
You run away, Mage. Peace. going good so far, Exo? Like Cavalorn?
Hey, you!
Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
Nasty. You tank.
You shouldn't have come here! You deserve that, lowlife.
Give me that dagger.
You poor sucker. Wait a minute.
Can you teach me something, Cavalorn?
Can you teach? Sure. You know that. Man, they really took a lot out of you. You can't remember anything at all, can you?
Hardly. I want to learn your abilities.
What do you want to know?
Alright, teach me how to sneak around.
With soft souls, you have a better chance of getting close to your opponents without them noticing.
And since I'm going to be a mercenary, I will mainly focus on two-handed, so I don't have to train one-handed. Teach me how to control the bow better. And again. And again. Thank you.
That's better. You've forgotten a lot since then. But we'll get it back.
Sure that we will. That were all my learning points, but that's okay.
So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time already.
What sort of mission?
Ah, yeah. First I have to get into the city, and then later. I don't know how I'm going to get all that done in time.
Yeah, no problem,
What about
Tactic. If
me?
you gotta go, Mage, you gotta
Why
go.
not? You could take the letter into the city. Then I'll have a bit more time to take care of my equipment. One of the bandits must have the letter in his pocket.
Appreciate your
Take
support,
it to
nevertheless.
Vantas, the water mage in the city. You'll find him in the temple of Adanos. He preaches there all day. Tell him that I wasn't able to get it done. And if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Okay? Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of coins.
Thanks. Gold is always handy. Always take along the digger meat, because if you consume a certain amount of them, you will get mana. Only as a fire mage I will sell them. Well, even as a fire mage I will not sell the smaller mushrooms, which gives the mana, but I will sell the digger meat to Constantino the Alchemist. Because there are 3 apprentices, 3 guys which you can join as an apprentice. Herod the Smith, Basper the Bowmaker, and Constantino the Alchemist. But this guy in particular, I'm going to be an apprentice of Basper the Bowmaker. And as a water mage, as a fire mage, you know, member of the monastery of the Magicians of Fire, I will become an apprentice of Constantino the Alchemist, which is not all that rewarding, but you know, makes sense, you know, mage, alchemy. And as a paladin, I will be an apprentice of Herod the Smith. So that all 3 paths will have their bit of uniqueness, despite the fact that the gameplay is pretty much the same. You know, but that's in every Gothic. Alright, let me save, just in case. I know I can one-shot these blood flies. How much much arrows do I still have? 11. Well, it's better than this one. And it is longer. Let's see if I can handle these wolves. They're gonna be a challenge, 2 of them. God damn it. Yeah. Well, that's because he was a member of the Shadows, and due to the fact that the Shadows went assassins, you know, they killed the fire mages, Cavalorn decided, you know, to say, fuck them. Let them rot. And since he now is a member of the water mages, it does make sense in a bit, you know, that he's a bit kinder than normal. Since he's not a criminal anymore. Ah, fuck me. Run! Oh, I hope I can manage it. Oof. There's no way I'm gonna get myself killed. But the reason in the first place why Cavalorn joined the old camp is due to the fact that I think before he was thrown into the the valley, the first camp was the old camp, which ultimately divided. Well, in the first place it was the only camp which the valley had. Well, not everybody agreed with the fact by, you know, giving the ore to the king, even though the king locked them up to mine ore for them. But there can be multiple reasons on why Cavalorn changed. Can't, you know, exactly explain why he decided, you know, to say fuck it, but there could be multiple reasons. I think he was thrown in the personal perspective, you know, I think he was thrown into the into the Valley of Mines while the old mine, or the old camp I mean, was still the only camp inside the valley. But there's not much background story when it comes to Cavalorn.
What do we have here? You're on your way to the city, am I not right?
Maybe.
You look like a fugitive. All fugitives are headed for the city. You could even be a former convict for the mining colony. I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
Ready? What can you offer me?
The way you look, the guards will never let you into the city. I can help you get into the city. I have here a small piece of paper with the royal seal and the governor's signature. A pass. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as raggedly as you please, and the guards will leave you alone. Interested?
The first reason, you know, why the camps ultimately divided into 3 camps, which is the old camp, new camp, and the sect camp, is because of the fact that Master Iberian, you know, the leader of the sect, got a vision from the sleeper and was like, hey, he's offering our freedom, so let's head out to the swamp, smoke lots of weed, and get in much as possible contact with the sleeper. The water mages, you know, Saturus, Riordian, Mixia, etc., didn't really agree with the fact that, you know, Gomez was supplying the king, just to get some supplies, you know, from the outside world. But when the barrier was created, the prisoners took it over. You know, the prisoners said, "Fuck you, this is our chance to strike back." They eliminated every guard, and which was the old camp, the only camp in the barrier, you know. And the king had no choice but to negotiate. But the water mage didn't really agree to this, and they just wanted to use the mine, you know, the ore, to try to figure out to get themselves free from the magical barrier, which in the end was caused by me, you know, because even all the magic ore, you cannot detonate the barrier just like that, you know, due to the fact that the barrier itself was created by 13 magicians. Zardos was the main leader because he was the highest ranked magician of the realm in, you know, the valley. In the realm of Murtana, even, due to the fact that he was one of the few that actually went to study the black magic. You know, Zardes is well versed into the arts of Enos, he's well versed in the arts of Adanos, and he's well versed in the arts of black magic, which makes him the highest mage of the realm in the first place, you know. And the water mages and the fire mages, they all used to be from the same circles until they divided, because, you know, Caristo gave Gomez his power to be able to feed the camps with supplies of the outside world. You know, the water mage didn't really agree with this. They just wanted to get themselves out of there instead of giving all the ore to the king. But without Gomez, in technically speaking, they would not have been capable of surviving, because they needed these supplies of the outside world. They needed weapons, they needed provisions, you know, in order to survive. So, you know, Gomez didn't do only bad things, although Gomez was hungered by the power of corruption and hungered by the power of control, because he was the most powerful man in the colony. They even traded. No problem, Blacktick. No problem at all, mate. Sleep well, and I'll see you next time, you know. Well, there is a lot of things going on with the barrier, why the barrier was created in the first place, so that the prisoners just couldn't simply escape, you know. But because of the presence of the sleeper, the magical barrier was, you know, intercepted, because intentionally it was their meaning to be able to move in and out freely out of the, you know, magical barrier. But since, because of the presence of the sleeper, that magical currency changed, and which made it impossible for people to go outside it unless they wanted to die a free man, you know. But there must be a catch to this.
No, no catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
Now you can get the pass, but I will not need it for this one in particular, so no, keep your paper.
Nah.
I seem to have misjudged you, huh? Well, do you want something else? Can I interest you in my wares?
Yeah, sure, man, show me what you got.
Take your pick.
Because I need a frying pan. Let me sell these, because I want to keep that one. 50p. I'm not gonna repurchase it. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep one branch, just until I got myself a better weapon. What else? I will rarely use lights. I will sell it. There we go. All in all, I got a bit of gold. Thanks, man.
I've gotta go.
Suit yourself.
Thank you. Goodbye. Now, before you